Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's our very first episode of the Zombies news update of the Call of Duty World War II Zombies season. I can't wait to bring it to you guys, and oh boy, is it a doozy. Let's get right into our first story of the day. As you guys must already know, the quote-unquote hardcore Easter egg on the main zombies map, The Final Reich, has been solved, and it ends in a very peculiar fashion. At first it seemed like for sure it was a glitch. Now I'm not so sure. It still very well could be a glitch, but at the end of the Easter egg where you save Klaus in the map, he spawns on the map and walks away from the riverside portion of the map over to this wall in the corridor near the town center, and he just kind of runs into the wall over and over again, seemingly stuck. Well, upon doing the hardcore Easter egg again today, JC Backfire, Mr. T Lexify, two awesome COD Zombies YouTubers, discovered a new quote that Klaus says at the end of this Easter egg. That quote is best heard thanks to my man Unpunk. You can find him linked down in the description, where Klaus says this.
Either you hit the wall.
Oh!
Keep fighting, the Emperor must not return. The question now is, well, what does that quote mean? I've seen some speculation that I do find very interesting is maybe this Easter egg isn't fully over yet. That there is something to do with Klaus spawning on the map. You either have to maybe somehow open the door in front of him where he's aimlessly walking, or perhaps bring something to him, doing something to ensure that Emperor Barbarossa must not return into the mortal realm. It's really exciting to think that there might be something more to do on this map that we haven't found yet. It seems like, everything's kind of been found already. That may very well not be the case. We'll have to wait and see, let the hunters do their work. Although the alternative is, this basically just means nothing. We're gonna find out more about this quote in like a later DLC or something like that. Although it doesn't explain why Klaus is just like randomly walking around this map. It doesn't make sense as of yet. If you guys have any ideas of things you could do to possibly progress the Easter egg further, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see some of your ideas and maybe try them out in the future. Alright, now moving on to the second story of the day. In the last edition of the Zombies News Update, we went over the very likely location for the DLC 1 Zombies map for World War II Zombies. Well, it seems like that location has been pretty much confirmed, as it's been found within the code of World War II Zombies, the first map. Posted by Lime Zombies on the COD Zombies subreddit with the title World War II Zombies DLC 1 and DLC 2 location code found. We see that within the code of the map, two future Zombies maps are mentioned. The first is MP Zombie Island, and the second, which we presume is DLC number 2, is called MP Zombie Berlin. If you guys remember, the first DLC we presume would be on an island based off of this picture from the DLC 1 teaser, which was released recently. We said it was going to be on the island of Helgoland, and this leaked code seems to suggest that that's indeed where the next map will be located. In terms of the second DLC, I can't believe we're already talking about this, Zombie Berlin. A zombie map based in the heart of Berlin. I can't wait to see what that could possibly be like. I can already imagine what the map would look like. Maybe it's set in 1945 where the Soviets have already attacked Berlin and the German manufactured zombies are involved in fighting them off, and we enter this battlefield trying to recover some artifact there with Allied bombers flying over the Reichstag. It's gonna be really freaking cool. I'm so excited that they chose that location for the second DLC. And moving on to the third story of the day with the Reddit thread posted by, once again, my man Unpunk, entitled, "Haven't seen a picture of the new character posted yet." As you guys may know, in the character select screen within Zombies, there is a bunch of question marks there, obviously meaning there are different characters we can select rather than the original 4, although they haven't been unlocked yet. Well, Unpunk Croc shows us that there is going to be other additional characters This one specifically called the BAT Agent. She definitely looks really cool wearing that military cap. She is one of 6 question mark characters, so that means there are 5 still that we need to find out how they are unlocked. As to how to unlock this one, there was originally a theory that you had to obtain all the intel on the map in order to unlock her. Unfortunately, that has been proven not to be the case. We actually don't 100% know how to get this character right now. Even Punk isn't 100% sure. So I guess we'll just wait and see in due time. Some trial and error, and eventually we'll figure out, lock it down, how to unlock this character for you guys too. But it's definitely very cool, and I'm super excited to see what the other characters could possibly be. And I wanted to end today's update video by talking about 2 specific things. The first one is something you may only be aware of if you're, really into zombies, you're on the COD Zombies Reddit and on Twitter. Then you might have known that there was a lot of backlash happening over the last 24 hours over certain YouTubers, finishing the Easter egg early even before the North American release. As someone who doesn't get early copies of the game, who was waiting for his digital download to finish at 12 a.m. midnight on release in North America, then waited another 2 hours for the freaking servers to get operational, I'm not that angry. Yes, the hardcore Easter egg was solved before anyone in North America that bought their copy, essentially legit, had a chance to play the game. And that does suck. But I think to say that it's someone's fault, that it's one YouTuber's fault that this happened, is unfair. And at least for me, I feel like, what's done is done. I'm half surprised that it wasn't solved, a day, maybe a day and a half before the game was released, like we've seen Easter eggs being solved in IW and even midway through Black Ops 3, which them being done in like 8 hours flat. This one took a lot longer than that, around 2 days from the time where people really started to get their hands on it to fully completed. That's a decent time. You can't really ask for more than that. It was so close to being done after the North American release, just not quite. Lastly, I wanted to end today's video, thanks for sitting through this, with a brief review of the mode. I just want to tell you what I think of it. I think it definitely retains that COD Zombies identity while feeling different. It's one of those modes that I feel is much more hectic than Treyarch Zombies, where camping and kind of holding down a position is a much less viable strategy, where pretty much trains are the only option if you want to survive in this map. It's different and it's good. I like it, it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Although, of course, it's not 100% perfect. I don't know if you guys feel this way too, but I kind of feel, at least for now, that it lacks a little bit of depth in terms of, Easter eggs and other side things to do. And I would also say that the loud screeches and, the pseudo jump scares as you're trying to go back inside that control center, or as you turn around while you're training a zombie, it gets really annoying really quickly. And one thing that really annoys me about this game specifically is that in your audio settings for the game, it is just the audio for the entire game. You have no options to reduce the sound of dialogue, or reduce weapon sounds, or reduce ambient sounds or music. It's all grouped into one. I swear you had that ability in past Zombies games, and if that was in the game, it would have reduced that screeching noise that we all have probably grown to really dislike at this point, where you can bring that slider down to maybe 50% and it'll just be much less annoying. In terms of the actual Easter egg on the map, I really like the casual path. It's a lot of fun to do. It really hasn't really gotten bored yet of doing it each game I play. I haven't fully completed the hardcore path, so that's kind of judgment reserved for now, but I have a feeling that's going to be fun as well. I really do like the main Easter egg quest and the variety of actions that you have to perform on that quest. I think it's a lot of fun and definitely gets a thumbs up there. One thing that I would have liked is for the second map on disc, in this case it's Groston House, to be a little bit more fleshed out, maybe a little bit bigger, have a couple doors you can open, make it that Nacht der Untoten kind of size of map, rather than just basically 2 or 3 rooms upstairs and downstairs. Would have made it a lot more interesting, although as you can see on screen, that super small close quarters can make for some absolutely insane gameplay. Overall, I'm really enjoying the zombies mode. I think all the customization options also give it some longevity, makes me want to keep playing to level up and unlock more mods and weapon loadouts and things like that. Although the one thing that I'm scared about is that it's going to have the Infinite Warfare Zombies map effect, which is essentially the map gets covered for the first week that it's out, and then you never hear of it again. Hopefully that doesn't happen to this game. It basically happens because people aren't interested in it enough. I'm kind of scared that it will again, but I guess only time will tell. I want to wrap up this video by saying thank you so much for watching. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel for more great zombies content to come, and I'll see you with another zombies video. Raoul!